I'm going to need Brandi to take her judgy ass and get off my screen. Oh, and you can take your friend Kary with you. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today I'm talking about Real Housewives of Dallas, Season 5, Episode 11, Mommy Dearests. You guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the episode itself was just okay, but there are some parts that are really good we're going to talk about. We're going to get into the Mama Dee of it all. We're going to talk about Brandi's judgy ass. I know I keep calling her that, but I'm sorry, she is. I need her to get off this show, please. And how much I'm liking Tiffany even more now. I'll admit it, I was wrong. She's wonderful. We're going to talk about that. But before we get into this, you guys, if you have not done this, you need to stop. Watch this video and thumbs up and comment. But after that, you need to get on your Google machine and look up Brandi Redmond husband kissing. And see what I'm talking about, because it came out, I think, about like a week ago, that some guy that looks an awful lot like Brandi's husband was kissing a girl at a club. They haven't officially said if it's him or not, but they haven't said anything, and I find that interesting, because when you put out statements saying, hell no, that wasn't him, if it wasn't him, I don't know. Also, if you haven't done this, Google the blind item. I'm sure you've all heard this by now, but Google the blind item going around about Bruin, and I don't want to bring down a kid. It has nothing to do with the kid. It's not the kid's fault, but the rumors, allegations going around about that Brandi's husband might be his real dad. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it there. Hey guys, I just want to take a second and say if you're enjoying this show, please check out my Patreon. Go to patreon.com, search Real Housewives Recaps, or check the comments below and I'll put a link. And for $1 a week, you can support my show and get 4 bonus episodes per month. I'm covering Scary Island, like the greatest season of Real Housewives of New York. So check it out. Thanks so much. Okay, so the episode starts out, Kary comes over to Tiffany's. Tiffany seems to be like the nicest hostess, most mannered hostess ever. She brought a thank you basket of hot sauce to Kary because Kary threw her a birthday party that meant so much to her. We see Stephanie and Brandi FaceTime. Stephanie, of course, has been starting this charity where she gives back to needy schools and providing them like a locker room makeover. We see Kameron. She's getting their kids' haircuts. There you go. All right, so Deandra comes over to Tiffany's house, and Kary is there. I say this every week, but you guys, Kary. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I try so hard to like her. I don't know. You know what? That's not even true. I tried at the beginning to like her. I'm over it. Everything I've read from you guys seem over it, too. I'm over it for a different reason than Brandi. Brandi bugs me because she's an awful person. That judging, that holier than thou thing really rubs me the wrong way. Kary's just annoying. Kary, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just gonna say I believe personally that maybe she has a drinking problem, and to deflect, she pushes alcohol on everybody else. We saw Ramona do that. We saw Vicky Gunvalson do that. Just a theory, just a hypothesis, but I'll leave that right there. But Kary just bothers me. She's very pushy. And she's bringing down the season. So I want those two gone. I'm still okay with the rest of them. I love Stephanie, Cam, they're good. I like Tiffany a lot better. I'm cool with her. Yeah, I'm good with Dee. Even Dee bothers me. Deandra bothers me because Jeremy sucks. And I don't like that she said those things to her mom. Even though I think her mom was kind of wrong. We'll get into that. I think Deandra can be very immature in business sense. But I still like her on the show. She doesn't bother me. Okay. I'm talking over all this. Really nothing much is going on here. We find out that Tiffany's husband, Daniel, has 2 hotels. And so she's inviting them down to have a luxe luau. So They have 2 hotels in the Dallas area. Good for them. I always wondered what kind of business he was in, so that's very cool. Okay, they bring up the fight between Deandra and her mom. Brandi started in on her over the Darren meditation stuff. You guys, when Deandra calls Brandi a cafeteria Christian leader, I busted out laughing so hard. Because I've never heard that term, but I knew exactly what she meant. I'm Southern. I grew up in the South. Like, I am all for Christianity if that's your jam. I know exactly. I've been around that person. I know who she's talking about. Okay, so Deandra explains that she did change her name at 18 as an honorary thing to Glenn. Apparently her stepdad was there for her more than her biological dad was. She said that Brandi betrayed her. It really hurt. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She was saying that her mom betrayed her and it really hurt because they'd made so much progress. Now, on this, I will agree with Deandra. I personally don't think that her mom should have aired that dirty laundry in front of everybody. I'm all for airing all the dirty laundry on Housewives show. Give it to me, spill. That's great. I hate when people hold back or just have these manufactured fake storylines. Lisa Rinna. But I didn't love Mama Dee. She likes to hurt Deandra. It's a weird, sick thing that not just me, I'm sure we all notice it. Somebody else pointed out she loves to like put on her social media about Deandra gaining weight. It's stuff like that, and then stuff like this, like calling her opportunistic and stuff. That's a different level of airing dirty laundry. That's just mean. Yeah. So anyway, so they encourage her to go talk to her mom. We'll see what happens there. I'm talking over this part. Stephanie, Travis, Brandi. Why did they need to bring Brandi? And Stephanie's mom and a whole bunch of other people take a private jet. They're going over to the school that she had these schools submit videos asking for help, and this one in particular really struck her. You guys, I felt so bad. This school was hit by hurricanes, by flooding. They've helped other schools who have had to close take on their kids, and it's just overwhelmed. This particular town has been flooded twice where people lost homes, they rebuilt, and they lost their second home. Oh my gosh. You guys, she did a fantastic job. I love this. This is my dream. I want to have enough money, to support my family, but also to give back like this. I think that's fantastic. I just really like Stephanie. I always have. It bugs me how much she's up Brandi's butt. I wish that wasn't a thing, but that aside, I like where her heart's at. She seems like a genuinely nice person. I don't know. I like to think we could be friends. But Travis pulls her aside and says, hey, listen, I'm proud of you. I think that's cool that he did it. I'll be honest here because that's what I do. Travis isn't my favorite person. I just think she's so much better than he is. I think he's kind of a chauvinist, and this was almost a manufactured scene for him to be like, see, I believe girls can do stuff. See, I'm not making my wife lists anymore of things to do while I'm gone while she's raising our children. Remember that? Okay, Tiffany's house. Still love Daniel. I just think he's the nicest guy. He's so supportive. So he's encouraging her to talk to her mom about work stuff. Tiffany says, I'm sure she'll throw a jab at me one way or the other. So her mom comes over. Tiffany is shocked because her mom asked to come over because she wants to bring Tiffany a birthday present. And she says that's just not like her to call. Instead, it's usually she calls if she needs something. So mom comes over and brings a red envelope. We know in their culture that's something you do. They give you money. You don't look at it until later in private. But I want to know how much is in that red envelope. Not that Tiffany needs it. I mean, good Lord. Tiffany tells mom that she's thinking of cutting her hours back and she's feeling stressed out. She said last week she went to talk to her boss and he was really supportive, and this will start up next month. Mom says, oh, so you're going to start part-time next month? And I was like, dun, 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 here it comes. But no, her mom was really sweet about it. She's like, I think that's good. She even says later on down the road, you talk about taking 2 days off. Tiffany explains, this is the same woman that threw a slipper at her head for getting a 1550 on the SAT. whoa, that's intense. But hey, whether it's for camera, whether it's real, don't know, don't care. I thought Mom handled it well. But then again, I hear myself and I think it's not Mom's job to handle it at all. It's none of her business. I mean, maybe that's not the right way to say it. It is, I guess it's her business in the sense that Tiffany told her, but it's not her decision. It's Tiffany's. And if Tiffany's in the position and decides she feels like it's important to stay home with her kids, that's her decision. If she feels like it's important to be at work, that's her decision. So good for Tiffany. Again, I like her so much better now. I really do. I think, you guys, what held me back a little bit on Tiffany, this is so silly, the way she speaks. You guys, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm going to do your anesthesia. Like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get into medical stuff with you guys. There's a potential that I might need surgery soon. I'm looking into it. No big deal. I'll be fine. My point there is, if my anesthesiologist talked like that, I think I'd ask for a different one. She's perfectly smart. She's great. She's wonderful. But I'm just saying, the way she speaks, just like, it'd be like Cam trying to give me anesthesia. Like, no thanks. Do you know somebody else? Like, I'm good. Okay. But seriously, on the surgery, I'm good. We're going to see. If it does end up happening, it'll probably happen quick. I might need to take a couple weeks off. We'll see. Again, don't know anything yet. It sucks. Okay. Moving on. Oh, God. All right. Deandra, she has accomplished a lot, and she's trying to tell her mom about this, that she's not an opportunistic person, and her mom is saying she's accomplished a lot because her name is Simmons. And this is where Deandra explains her bio dad didn't make her a priority, but her stepdad did. She has a lot of guilt over changing her name. Now, where I think Deandra went wrong was calling her mom those terrible names. Where she went right is apologizing and admitting that that's not the way to handle that. Where Mama Dee went wrong is talking so much trash about Deandra in front of her friends. Like, why do this on camera? I mean, again, I think everybody should do everything on camera. I know I'm a hypocrite, but I'm just saying, like, you don't need to call her opportunistic in front of everybody. It's just me. It's too far, I think. I mean, especially when it's your daughter. You call another housewife that, not your kid. But Mom wants them to fix their relationship. They both, they were saying that they had fixed it up until now, but they're starting to hit these bumps again. Of course, I want them to work it out and be all good. I don't know. I feel like sometimes they just kind of roll past this stuff and they're not figuring out why Mama Dee says these things about Deandra and why Deandra is such a spoiled brat sometimes, and they're not fixing that part of it. So I don't know if it'll ever truly be fixed. Anyway, they say they love each other. I'm glad they made up. Moving on. All right, you guys, I like Kary's kids, especially dealing with mental health issues. I'm all for, very supportive of anybody that will do that. That's great. Okay. That is not what this is. Kary, I just noticed it so much more this episode. I notice it every episode, but especially this episode. It's very much like, I don't know how to explain it. More like, I'm going to pretend like I'm doing something for you so you can tell me I'm doing a good job. It comes up a lot. Now that I'm pointing it out, you're going to notice it if you haven't already. She's doing that with her kids right now. She does it with the other housewives sometimes too. Anyway, I don't even know where I'm going with that. I skipped over this part, to be quite honest with you. Hope the kids are doing okay. Cool if she's trying to make the relationship better. She's talking about her alcoholic upbringing with her mother. That's awful. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but I just can't with Kary. Okay, so then we're at the Moon Family Hotel. It's the Luxe Luau. So Tiffany had the entire floor closed down so that way her girlfriends could come have fun. So the whole theme of this is she keeps saying the last time when she had that pizza party, it was a disaster. The bar is very low for this party. It can't get worse. That's what she's saying. I'm like, oh, girl, don't say that. She keeps emphasizing that there's no rules. She's hired everybody to do the planning for her. And I say, this is genius. I wish my family had hotels. But Why not? I mean, especially if you are like Tiffany and you have specific rules from shoes to timing and all that, I understand why she's a doctor. I get it. But I'm saying, like, if you do have these rules, this is a great idea. Do it at a hotel. That way, if people wear the shoes wherever, it's not your problem. If if they do that, you don't have to worry about the end time. They can drink themselves silly, swim in the pool, whatever they're going to do. Deandra arrives, and Deandra tells Tiffany that she and her mom have made up. Tiffany's sweet about it. She, talks about her relationship with her mom, and she's glad that Deandra and Mama Dee are making up. Okay, so they go to get dressed, or Tiffany goes to get dressed. We see Stephanie, Brandi, and Kary in the car. It's an annoying car. They're excited to go to the party. They talk about the pizza party. Stephanie says last time it was a disaster. I don't have high hopes. So Stephanie works into the conversation, as you do, with Brandi about, hey, this is the first time you're seeing Deandra. Brandi says she didn't think it was a big deal. She questioned when she brought up out-of-body experiences. So, again, Brandi's judgy ass decided, oh, then that's not okay. She must not be Christian. What? It's because some guy said that at her party? That doesn't mean... it doesn't mean Deandra did it. And it doesn't... Even if she did, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. This is ridiculous. Brandi talks to ghosts. So she's saying, I should be able to express myself as a friend, but Deandra is so much in her head. Oh, okay, Brandi, so you should be able to express yourself, but nobody else should be able to, like Deandra having her own type of party, or Tiffany for just existing in your presence and you feeling uncomfortable about it. You should be able to express yourself. Okay, judgy wudgy. Stephanie encourages Brandi to talk to Deandra about it. At the party, I wrote, I love Tiffany's dress. That white was so beautiful. I love it. I thought she looked fantastic. Everybody looks so cute. I love this theme. It just looked like so much fun. So it's make your own poke bowls. Cam asks if there's crickets in there. Tiffany had Lay's flown in from Hawaii. Again, I want to be friends with Tiffany. She goes all out on everything she does. Brandi hugs Deandra, and it's awkward. Deandra says to camera, oh, Jesus, help me. Kary brings a pineapple infused with tequila, and I'm like, does she have an endorsement deal with tequila? What? Why all the time? Why all the time? They say it's a better party this time. Cam says, it really shows you that everyone is trainable, because Cam, while I love her, is obsessed with party planning etiquette. Such a strange thing to be obsessed with. She wouldn't like me because, I don't know, my parties involve trays from Sam's. Anybody want to come? Deandra asks Cam about an electric bill, something about the power being down and then cutting it back on, and Cam's like, girl, I don't know. Everything is girl. Cam says she's never seen an electric bill since she's been married. She said she's not actually seen a bill in her life. Really? What? I don't think I'd brag about that. It makes you sound very sheltered. While there's parts of Cam's life that I envy, God forbid what happens if her marriage falls apart. You got to learn to take care of yourself, and you got to be more involved in your finances. My gosh. Okay. So she said she wants to be part of buying the new house. She doesn't want to know how much the bills are. Oh, God. Okay. A random scene of Jen telling Tiffany about her mommy makeover. I thought she meant tubby tuck boob stuff like Brandi had before. But now she says snip, snip, curtain trim. She's talking about her labia. I just have in my notes, ew, with like 100,000 W's. Good for you if you want to go get it. Do you need to tell everybody about it? Very strange. Okay, let's move on to the dinner. So it's beautiful personalized leaves with people's names on it. I love the table setting. I thought it was an amazing job. So the girls say that they missed what happened between Brandi and Deandra at the party the other night. And Deandra said, well, I looked to Brandi to feel better about what we did at my house. It was a meditation ceremony. It had nothing to do with any kind of religious anything. Brandi said I wasn't a Christian. Brandi said, I never said that. And Deandra says, you said, I know what you believe, and what you're doing in your life now has nothing to do with you being a Christian. And flashback to judgy ass judging. Deandra says, it hurt my feelings. I've been on several journeys with you over the years, and last year at the haunted house, you told us you've been talking to ghosts. There was a medium there. I never questioned you, and here we are, and I felt judged by you. I thought these were excellent points by Deandra. And, I mean, I can go back and forth. I love this dialogue, but Deandra so hit the nail on the head with Brandi, you bitch. Like, do you not remember that the whole world just judged you, rightfully so, because of your idiotic video you posted and shared with the world? And then here you are judging, and Deandra saying, I never did that. And here you are judging her. Like, fair point. I just think it's ridiculous. Brandi can think whatever she wants, but she doesn't need to voice that. It's the same issue I had with Mama Dee. She can think that her daughter's opportunistic, but does she need to say that in front of the girls? Like, Brandi can think that this didn't match up with her spiritual beliefs, but does she need to be that judgy and advertise that in front of everybody and make Deandra feel even worse about everything? I don't know. I just over Brandi. So, yeah. So Brandi to camera says, I feel like it's a waste of time talking to Deandra. I feel like she could be a little more mature. I'm sorry, what? If I had a record scratch sound, I would play it right here. Because what? You lecturing anybody on being more mature is the most laughable thing I've ever heard. Brandi has made a career the last couple of years off being the least mature human being ever. And believe me, I love somebody that's not mature. I'm not mature. I love talking crap about people. Hello, you're here. But this is different. This is not haha poops and farts. This is calling somebody out on their religious beliefs. And even if Deandra identifies as a Christian and Brandi identifies as a Christian, it doesn't mean the same thing for everybody. You know, like, it's not a one-size-fit-all thing, I think. I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. Brandi sucks. She needs to go. Kary needs to go, too. So they kind of talk about religion. Kary says something about the 9 commandments. It's kind of a comedic relief break, and that's how the episode ends. They laugh. They make her name them. She says something about sleeping with neighbors and masturbating. So I thought that was a pretty good way to end the episode, and we'll see a flash to next time. So the first scene is Jeremy and Deandra having sexy time in the pool. And ever since you guys pointed out to me, all I can think of with him is he's very much David Beador. He has that vibe where it's like, I thought he was attractive for like a week, but then you realize how slimy he is, and it's like, oof, now I just get the heebie-jeebies from him. Then we see Mama Dee and Tiffany. They're talking about her mom, and Mama Dee's giving her advice on how to handle things. Kameron and Court go to look at the dream house. I mean, they don't have much of a storyline going on this season. I'm okay with that. I feel like some of the other ones are pretty heavy, so if they want to talk about a house, cool. Deandra had a page 6 article come out, and Brandi confronts her on it. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I want to go back and find the article itself and see what Deandra said, and I actually hope she took Brandi down. So we'll see. You guys, that's it for the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. I hope you all stay healthy and safe, and thank you so much for all the comments and support and the thumbs up and just telling your friends about it. Thank you so much for all the people who have joined my Patreon. I really appreciate it. It really does support the show. If you want to check it out, please do. It's only $1 a week, $4 a month. Get you at least 4 bonus episodes. I'm trying to sneak in a surprise extra episode here and there as I can, so check that out. Sincerely, you guys, thank you for everything. Take care, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.